Now this one's going to seem kind of freaky to you guys. If we see something like this, imagine we have an x minus a 3 over a 3 minus an x. And we're asked, there's a rational expression, let's simplify it. Well, if we remember some of the rules we have so far, we're kind of stuck. There's really nothing on the top that matches on the bottom. I can't just cancel the 3's out or just the x's out because they're part of a summation. I can only cancel out common factors. And there's no common factor on the top or the bottom. Unless I can be very clever and I can see that I have a common factor, but it's off by a -1. Well, what does that mean? Well, let's multiply, or let's factor out a -1 from the numerator and see what happens. If I factor out a -1 from the x, I have a negative x that's left, and then I have a positive 3. Okay, oh, wait a minute here. A -1, and then this is what's left over? That doesn't make sense to me. Well, no, it shouldn't. It's something we don't see every day. Doesn't make sense to me sometimes. But one thing that's kind of cool about math is you're kind of working a problem down. You can also reverse the process, reverse engineer it, and work your way back on up. So do you guys believe me that -1 times a negative x, if we were to distribute that, makes a positive x? And a -1 times a positive 3 makes a -3? Yeah, that's something we've had more experience and practice with going that direction. So I hope that's going to give you enough confidence that likewise, I can reverse that, factor out a -1, and that's what's left. Now, if you can get past that, work yourself through that, this technique is going to come useful many times. So what do we have now? Well, doesn't look like we're still getting any closer there, Willie. Well, okay, yes, we are. Because through the commutative property of addition, I could switch those terms or reorder those terms. So now I have, here I had a common factor, just didn't really look like it. Now I really see the common factor, which allows me to factor those out. That's just a clever version of 1. And all that's left is a -1. So there's going to be often times that you're going to see a factor that looks like it's just off by a -1. And if that's the case, you can use this technique to help you continue working through that problem.